All right, everyone, welcome to this episode of the Drum Technique Academy podcast. Today, my guest is Mr. David Diepold.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Martin, for having me.
All right, the big topic and the big question for today is, David, if we take away all of your drumming skills and you had to start all over again, day one for you, how would you start practicing double bass to get quick results?
I hope I can come up with a good answer. So for me, it would be to find a good balance between a really solid seat and a more or less solid pedal. You know, I started out playing double bass on a really shitty drum throne. It was always shaking and rattling. I couldn't adjust the height like stepless. It was like 2 inches steps to get it upwards or downwards. And that really made my life a lot harder to start out playing double bass. So for that reason, get a solid drum throne that really supports you while you're playing. And yeah, that would be step one for me. It doesn't matter if you go for a tractor style seat or a rounded seat, but try some different models if you have the chance to, and then go for probably not the cheapest, but the most solid one, I would say.
One quick question. If you had to choose between this round seat, a round drum stool, or a tractor style seat, if you could just pick one, which one would you pick?
I prefer tractor style seats.
Okay.
And especially the one that have these cutouts. So it's not just the shape, it's also the cutouts for your upper legs. I prefer that. That kind of serves my style of playing well. And yeah, so I'd go for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
And yeah, for pedals, I think one of the most important things is that the pedal stays in place. So make sure to get a pedal that has a solid base plate. You know, not just those tiny kind of pipe things that you clamp onto the front of the pedal or something like that. Go for a solid pedal that really does the job well. And you obviously don't have to spend a whole lot of money for that. There are a lot of more or less cheap pedals that also have that. And for me personally, I would also go for a pedal that has a rounded cam, like the Pearl pedals have, or also the cheaper ones from Tama. They also have kind of a rounded cam, and of course there are several other brands that offer that. And I think that's for beginners or for beginning playing double bass. That's the best feel you can get out of the pedal. And in combination with that, I would also go for lighter beaters instead of heavier, and more or less keep the factory settings regarding the beater angle and the footboard height and that stuff, but make sure that you tighten the spring tension just enough so that the beater doesn't touch the head when you rest your foot on the bass drum pedal. So there should be a little distance between that, and yeah. Reason for that is you probably want to use triggers at some point, and if you're used to resting the beater in the head or really pressing onto it, you probably will get a lot of misfires and double triggers and everything you don't want to have. And if you learn right from the start how to deal with that setting that the beater doesn't touch the head, even though you lift your heels, it will save you a lot of practice time, and relearning something or unlearning something is always harder than just doing it the right way from the start.
Got it. Thank you for that. I just got one quick question. What if, let's say, one of the drummers listening to this who's just starting out, what if they use the factory settings, and when they place their foot on the footboard and they contract their calf muscle, so basically the weight of the upper and lower leg is resting on the pedal, what if then the bass drum beater is pressed against the bass drum head already? Would you recommend to increase the spring tension or the beater angle first?
Depends a bit on the pedal. You know, some pedals have really weak springs actually, so you've got to mess with that a bit, or trial and error kind of thing. because if you have, it's never the best option to max anything out. You know, if you always have the spring tension at maximum and maybe even a pretty far beater angle, you're kind of always stressing the pedal really much. And especially if you have a cheaper model, it's more or less likely that you will break a spring every once in a while. So you've got to find a good balance between working with what you have and not overstressing the material that you're using. So for me, I would first do the spring tension thing, because the further back you use, you adjust the beater, the harder it will get to actually do the stroke. You know, during the movement, the kind of the resistance will get more and more the further you move the beater towards the head. So yeah, I would go for the spring tension first, and if that doesn't work, also the beater angle. Because another thing, if you adjust the beater angle, you probably also adjust the footboard height, and that's something that will also affect the overall feel and also your performance, of course.
All right, awesome. So now we covered basically drum stool, really important, pedal and pedal settings, really important. Now we got the gear ready. You're sitting in front of your pedals, in front of your kick drum. What's next? How would you start practicing when you're just starting out?
Okay, so before you really get into practicing, another thing that would be good to know is how to sit. It sounds weird, but there's been a lot of talking about that issue. So make sure that you're kind of in a normal seating position, not too high, not too low. So for that reason, this kind of rectangle thing is a good place to start. And yeah, it always depends, of course, your size and your weight, and also the weight of your legs, actually, where to sit and how to adjust while playing. And also make sure, just a very easy and quick tip is to place yourself on the throne that you can lift your legs without your upper body being affected of it. And if you have that, that's a good place to start. And then you can go into practicing. And practicing is, at the beginning, it may feel weird to also involve your weaker side into playing. So for most people, it will be the left foot. And for that reason, try to do short bursts of 2, 3, 4, or 5 strokes where you incorporate your weaker side into your playing. And try to do that without losing your balance on your throne. You know, try to keep your upper body in a straight position, more or less, and let your feet or your legs do the work. And another thing that really helped me finding that balance is to play just straight quarter notes or eighth notes with my left foot on the hi-hat while I'm playing a regular beat or something. So in that way, you also kind of get used to the feel of all your 4 limbs moving and doing separate things. And that's also something that you can practice even before you really have a double bass pedal. So once you got used to this feeling of your whole body working and doing stuff, try to incorporate easy double bass fills and licks into your regular playing. Like a very easy way would be those doubles, you know, with 2 down, 2 up, or the classical Portnoy fills. Those are things that really kind of, or at least for me, was like that. It really made fun, and that's probably the most important thing. If you decide to learn a new instrument or anything new, it should always be something that you enjoy. And if you're able to play something new and something enjoyable, that's always the best thing to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree. So actually, David, in the beginning, you wouldn't really focus on speed or any crazy, you didn't even mention a technique right now. It's more about, first of all, having fun and developing a feel for the pedal at first, and also a feel of using your legs independently. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. So, of course, you shouldn't just, or you shouldn't only do whatever is the most fun thing for you. Of course, at some point you should also learn a proper technique. But we're talking about beginning it, and especially for beginning, it's always the best start if you have fun with it. And this way, or with this approach, you probably make a faster progress. If you have this progress, or I would say you're more willing to invest more time and dedication to learn a proper technique, because you already had some good experience with it, and you're motivated to learn something new again.
Got it. Thank you for that one. Yeah. One thing that I would like to add right here, one exercise that really helped me personally in the beginning, so when I was just starting out, like more than 20 years ago, was one exercise where I was playing consistent eighth notes with metronome, with each foot separately for long periods of time. So in the beginning, I didn't really focus on double bass that much, although I had a double bass pedal. I just played with each foot separately for long periods of time, and I didn't aim for high speeds right from the get-go. I just aimed for getting a basic feel for the pedal. And one good metaphor that fits right here, because it just happened to me last week. Last week I was in Ireland, holidays with my family, and there on a lake I had I had the chance to, for the first time, try out this stand-up paddling. I don't know if you know that, on a surfboard, stand-up paddling. Yeah. And in the beginning I was like terrible, shaky, stiff legs, the guy that borrowed me the board, awesome guy, he borrowed me that one. He told me, bend your legs, you have to relax. But in the beginning I was really shaky, hard to stay balanced and so on, because I didn't develop a feel for that one. And then basically all I did, it was a small lake, I just paddled around this complete lake one time, was like 1 hour. And at the end, actually, I had developed a basic feel for the pedal already, for the surfboard already. And that was the same that happened with me with double bass drumming and using your legs independently. So play for long periods of time at a tempo that's easy for you to control. You don't want to push here. This way you will develop a basic feel for your pedals, which is important because your body is not used to moving that kind of way. And a good exercise that helped me as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it will take some time, of course. You've got to be patient with yourself. Learning new things is always a matter of time, and don't hesitate and don't stress yourself too much.
Okay, David, my final question for you. Many of our students, they really want to push their limits. And actually all of our students at the academy, they've been playing drums for at least 6 months. So we don't have like complete beginners, but they really want to push themselves. And sometimes I have to stop them, and because over practicing is a real thing, especially when it comes to double bass drumming. And I have to stop them and tell them to practice less. So what is the amount of practice time that you would recommend for someone who's just starting out, just starting to develop a feel for bass drum pedals? How much time would you dedicate to practicing just double bass on a weekly or daily basis?
I would also not invest too much time. I would rather focus on quality time, because for me personally, if I have a bad day, it doesn't make sense to practice anything. And I think that's the same thing for everyone. If you have a good day, practicing and rehearsing is something that will really upbring you in a way. And if you have a bad day, the opposite will happen. So if it's possible for you to spend like 10 minutes every day or 15 minutes every second day or something like that, where you have really quality practice time, that would be a good thing. And also make sure to end the practice session with a more or less good or satisfying feeling, because that's the thing that your brain will remember the best. And it really doesn't make sense to practice anything and be frustrated and then stop it, because with that way you're getting this kind of downwards spiral thing, and that's not helpful. So yeah, spend less time but good quality time practicing.
What do you mean by less time? Are we talking about like 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yeah, I would say, or for me, it's still like this. When I learned the push-pull technique for my hands, it was like really like 10 to 20 minutes maximum. but with a clear head, so to speak, and focused attention on what I'm doing, and rather stop earlier than later. Find this point where you kind of are like satisfied with yourself and with the movement and with everything you did. I know if you really want to push your limits and become better really fast, you're trying to go there as fast as possible. But like I said, learning new things just takes time, and you have to give yourself that time. So practicing less means, find a good amount of time where you can really focus on what you're doing. Our brains are not constructed the way that we can focus on just one thing for hours and hours a day. So
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah. So 10, 20, maximum 30 minutes should do the job.
You heard it. Thank you for that, David. Because, actually, what I found out, not just for myself, 10 to 20 minutes is like, for me, that's the perfect practice time to focus on one topic. So if you want to work on your mid-tempo double bass, for example, then 20 minutes per day, 4 to 5 times per week, like really focused practice time, is more than enough to achieve really, really good results. Actually, way better results than, on the other hand, if you push yourself too far, you're going to hit roadblocks really soon, especially if you play for long periods of time, like 2 or 3 hours straight. No one can focus that long. So thank you for that. And actually, that's what we have seen at the Academy with our students as well. Doesn't matter if it's hands or feet, like you can get amazing, outstanding results with just focused 10-minute practice sessions if you do them regularly and if they are like focused and your mind is really there. And with the feet, 10 to 20 minutes has been more than enough. Actually, if you do this a couple of times per week, you will get great results. So thank you for that. Yeah. It's funny that we because that's like the time frame that I always mention, 10 to 20 minutes. And sometimes I get the feedback that drummers think that this is too short of practice time to achieve a result. But I really like the example with your open close or push pull technique, with your hand technique, because you have taken this to a world class level right now. We're also going to add a clip of you performing at the end of the video. So really good. And so this was developed with practice sessions that were 10 to 20 minutes long, or even shorter than 10 minutes. So great. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. So practice time, we got that one. Thank you so much. So thank you, David, for this session right here. And yeah, big takeaway for me personally, fun always comes first. And also enjoying the process, especially when you're starting out. I know that we all watch other drummers on YouTube and you see them perform really well, but every one of those drummers had a day one at the drum kit. They all had to start at some point and start practicing. And if you have fun and enjoy yourself, then you will just invest more time, enjoy it way more, and the results will even be better.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with that.
All right, so everyone, thank you so much for checking our content, this episode of the Drum Technique Academy show. That's it for today. David, thanks again for being here, for taking the time and sharing your knowledge and wisdom. I wish you all the best for a drumming future.
Thanks for having me. I really hope that this will do the job for you. Again, don't stress yourself too much. Learning new things takes time, and most important, enjoy it. That's the number one goal you should always aim for.